Velkommen til Moha Ziad fra den Syriske Forening i Danmark. Det er den forening, som i sommeren, eller før sommerferien, lavede en 6 ugers sit-in for at gøre opmærksom på hjemsendelsen af syrerne foran Christiansborg. Værsgo,
Tak.
Moha.
Mit navn er Moha Ziad, og jeg kommer til at tale på engelsk i dag. I'm going to present our organization, SFD, Syrisk Forening in Denmark. This organization, it created in like few months ago, before the summer vacation. Who we are a group of Syrians, refugees who lives in Denmark, and who believe in that refugees' life matter, and that everyone deserve a chance to live in this country, and we believe that every refugees has to be treated equally with the Danish citizen, regardless their religion, background, color, and gender. The idea of SFD came after a group of Syrian activists around Denmark and I decided to fight against the Danish government and Danish immigration policy, which started in 2018. We didn't make any official organization back then, but we participate in many of the demonstrations around Denmark against the paradigm shift and deportation of the refugees. But later we found out that this kind of activities and demonstration it's not being heard by the Danish government, and nothing is going to be changed unless we do something more, we take more actions. So we came to conclusion to organize a protest sit-in in Copenhagen in front of the Danish parliament. The plan was, in the beginning, it's 2 weeks of protest sit-in to see just the reaction of the Danish government. And we hoped that these 2 weeks will lead us to a successful plan and to put pressure on the Danish government to change their policy. But that didn't work out, unfortunately, so we decided to extend the protest for 43 days. And we tried to contact many organizations and many media sources and even the politicians. We reached to around 75 media sources around the world, Arabic, Danish, English, Norwegian, and Swedish, and so on. They all wrote about the protest, the sit-in. They all wrote about what is going in Denmark, why the Danish government decided to deport the Syrians since Syria is still not safe, and since Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, he still have the power there and have the control of Syria. And Syria obviously invaded by many other countries like Russia, Iran, USA, and other corporations. So our fight kept going, and we could notice that the tone of the Danish politicians started to be more like easy on the Syrian refugees, and we thought, well, we are gaining what we aimed for, but unfortunately, that the fight or the battle, it's much harder than we imagined. So therefore, we decided to cooperate with more organizations like Racisme Fribourg, like Amnesty Denmark, Black Lives Matter, and so on, to help us with our fight against the Danish government and the immigration policy. Of course, we are not aiming only on the Syrian refugees in Denmark. Our mission is all the refugees. We want to include all the refugees in Denmark because every refugee's lives matter. So it's not only the Syrian that the target of our organization. And that's what is the most important. I know we are only now Syrian in this organization, and and our first project, and we think it's the biggest project we have made, it was the protest sit-in. And our second project, it was one of the biggest and longest march in Denmark. We walked from the Danish parliament around like Copenhagen, and went back, and we were almost 10,000 people. We could gather in only like 10 days of organizing, and that was a huge success for us. But our fight is not over yet. Therefore, we are here today to talk more about what we are going to do in the near future and what is our plan. As SFD, we have another agenda and the future plan. It's not only about. It will not be only about demonstrations and the protests and so on. So we are also planning to have more like activities. Like we are trying to arrange a football tournament for children and football tournament for adults, regardless if they are Syrian or Iraqi or Irani or even Danish. So it's for everyone. The point of that is to sport. It's always a good way to gather the people around. People can hate each other, but when it comes to sport, to football especially, so people like stand shoulder to shoulder together. So we are trying like to get these people together. Maybe they will understand each other more, and they will. We will help to integrate the refugees also with the society more. That's what we are aiming for right now. Thank you. If you have a question.
Ja, tak til Moha Ziad, og vi håber, at rigtig mange fortsat vil være med i kampen for syrerne, men også for andre flygtninge, som jo deler samme vilkår som syrerne. Godt. Vi sætter os ned.